The more religion, the more poverty and sham democracy. And this is the airtight fact which cannot be denied. The only common trait of religion and democracy is that both had been created by humans to meet their specific needs. The authoritarianism of religion, however, places the religion on the opposite pole of values which are represented by democracy. And this is because religion denies the values of democracy and therefore cannot be compatible with it. In countries dominated by religion, the separation of church and state is vanishing. Unlike to the secular states, economies are underdeveloped, corruption escalates, and the society is getting poorer, while churches shine with wealth, benefiting from poverty and low awareness of people. There is a noticeable escalation of the state-supported aggressive religious proselytizing, which makes itself increasingly felt in the economic and social life. Society is becoming more and more bigoted, chauvinistic, xenophobic, intolerant, and envious. Social rejection due to opposite religious views is becoming more frequent and common among the society. Hypocrisy and double morality are manifested, and crimes committed by clergy are extremely tolerated by the authorities. Clericalism is overwhelming, omnipresent, impertinent, and theocracy is becoming a serious threat to the sovereignty of the state. Consequently, there is a noticeable destruction of the universal human values. The essence of the conflict of democracy and religion, like science and theology, is not due to the fundamental differences of these two significantly distinct magisteria of knowledge, but the improper functioning of religion, its role and position in society. The solution to this long-standing problem is defined by Kania's principle of coexistence of independent beings, which is described in my book The Point. As far as back the 18th century, the famous general Thaddeus Kościuszko, a close friend of Thomas Jefferson, claimed that the state should be secular, separated from the church and free from religion, and the clergy left without privileges. He was also of the opinion that the church should not be allowed to be engaged into education of young people, whereas the canon law must be subordinated to the civil law. It is a pity that these are only lofty words. No country so far has used the advice of one of the most respected and recognized men in the world. Maybe someday Kościuszko postulates will be put into practice. As for now, in many countries, religion is still more important than constitutional law and human rights, although it is known that the religion is only a dogma based on myth invented centuries ago by people whose knowledge was reduced to beliefs and magic. Religion divides rather than unites people and arouses contempt amongst those who have different worldviews. Societies are increasingly indoctrinated with religion, and grey eminences in rich cassocks play the first fiddle in the country, and all this because clergy has the consent of the masses and the government. Can we face these problems and make radical changes not only in the interest of some social or professional groups, as it is the case today, but most of all for the advantage to the entire society? To my opinion, it is not only possible but real if we only understand that our standard of living depends not only on us but also on the system in which we live. Unfortunately, such changes go beyond the capabilities of individuals, but with well-organized and strong-minded support of the vast majority of people, we can make the democracy the way it should be.